Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, a man who had 54 interceptions in his career, 787 tackles, 5 forced fumbles, 9 TDs, 3-time All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, Eagles legend, Eric Eller! Daps up a John with a beer out there. Good play.
Oh, no,
How you doing, man? Thank you for coming. Hell yes. Thank you,
legend. Congratulations.
Congratulations, man. Hey.
Yeah.
Congrats, Hall of Famer, dude.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you.
Yes.
We were in the hotel last night down there in the lobby restaurant area.
Right.
And we saw you hanging out over there. We saw everybody kind of rolling through there. How has it been to just be at the position of the same exact place as all the legends that have basically created this league? Was last night a cool moment? Whenever you get told, obviously, you're going into Hall of Fame, very emotional. Has it all settled in, especially after now you've got here to Canton and seen the other gold jackets?
You know what? It really has. I think the knock on the door with Randall McDaniel kind of solidified it. Me and Randall went on a recruiting trip to college together when we were 15 or 16 years old. So obviously, Randall, one of the best guards in the history of the National Football League. So they did a pretty good job hiding it from me. But when I opened that door and saw Randall there with that gold jacket, man, it just kind of like cemented everything. You know, all the hard work, the sacrifice. And that's what this is all about, you know, that journey there.
It's nice to be acknowledged, too, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And I think finally getting the acknowledgement, was there a sense of fulfillment? Was it a sense of I knew all along? Or what is, like, kind of the mindset of it?
No, not
Thankful,
for me.
gratitude?
Not for me. I think validation for the family members and all those teammates.
Coaches.
And that support and coaches who all, you know, believed in me. I was given, like, a piece long ago that, you know, it was just about time. Right, and I was never really worried about if I would get here. I knew it would be a time when I'd be here. It was just about validating all of those people in my corner, right? The coaches, the players, the fans, you know, who always had the stats and was talking about, yeah, you should be there with Darryl Green and Prime and those guys. So I'm just glad to be on the same team with all my brothers.
That's awesome. Devon has a question for you.
So along the way, you mentioned the coaches, teammates. Who was that coach that you would say had the biggest impact on you, on your game? And what was that moment or the biggest thing that you figured out during the game? Because I know it's a lot of people watching, players, fans, young kids who want to be where you are. So what was that thing that you learned that kind of took you a long way in your career?
Well, let me tell you, man. Coach named Willie Shaw. And he's David Shaw's dad who coached at Stanford. But Willie coached in this league a long time. And it was about preparation, kind of understanding that to be a great player, it was about playing from your neck up.
Yep.
You know, you can have all the speed and the height and all that stuff, but my deal was I'm going to be where the ball is at the end of the play. I can care less about what Jerry or Michael or what these great receivers are doing at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to be where the ball is going to be at the end of the play. And to be able to get to that point, you have to have great preparation and have a great understanding of what not just the quarterback is doing, but what the offensive coordinator is doing. So in the offseason, I would take whoever's offense is that one, and usually it was the West Coast offense. I would take that offense in the offseason, and I would be Jerry Rice. I would run every route that Jerry Rice is going to run. I would take the Dallas Cowboys offense, and I would run Michael Irvin's routes. I would be the Buffalo Bills. I would run Andre Reed's routes. I would be the Atlanta Falcons and run Andre Rison routes. So when I got to the game and it was an important situation, hey, man, if it's going to be a quick slant, Jerry, you know you're going to run it. I'm going to run it too. So I'm going to be in the right spot. It didn't always work, but of course, when you're going against someone like my buddy Sterling Sharp. Now,
congratulations to Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling's big time. He's a different dude, man. He was a T.O. before T.O. Big, strong, physical. And if you're getting pressed, in front of Sterling, he's going to grab you and move you and put you in place.
So on that note, let's talk about how football used to be. I know the OGs always talk about it. I see you got some busted ass fingers. You know,
always.
There's jerseys, obviously, and helmets and everything.
Yeah.
When you view today's game and today's DBs, I mean, we got guys running 4.2s, 4.3s out there, and they're not allowed to grab as much. They got to be like very tricky with it.
Right,
what do you think of the state of DB play right now and covering people?
I love it. I love it. As many of you know, I work with the Raiders, so I do post-game, pre-game, interview players, and my deal is I love talking to the receivers, Devontae Adams and those kind of guys, to kind of get an idea of what the DBs now have to deal with. And, man, not being able to get your hands on guys now. Man.
Not able to dislocate your pinky on this guy's chest. It's a whole different game.
So for the corners who are balling today, man, they're really cerebral players now, right? They have all the athleticism and all the measurables that you have to have. But I love the fact that these guys are cerebral. I have a lot of these young players come approach me and talk to me about the game and how they can get better. So that's really what stands out now. These young guys having a great idea of kind of what's happening and what's going on.
AJ has a question for you. He also has some terrible fingers.
Yeah, he does. When you watch the game now, do you think the game is always evolving? It feels like for a little bit we're spreading out. They call it basketball on grass, whatever. It's not physical. I feel like now at least the game's getting more physical. We were at Steelers training camp. They were tackling to the ground. I saw the Browns are tackling to the ground. I feel like we hear Ben Johnson makes comments about the Bears having their longest, toughest practice today. Right. Seeing who's going to survive. Like, do you think the game is coming back even to a more a safer but even more physical form than it has been maybe the last 5-8 years?
Without a doubt. And the big reason why is because the Birds, the Eagles. The Eagles are a physical football team, right? And they're the champs right now, right? So whatever that champ mentality is, that's what everyone else is going to try and copy. I imagine this year everyone's going to try and get a running back, right, and try and figure out a way that you can get to some third and short situations. But as you know, there's not going to be more 3-a-days, right? We used to have 3-a-days.
Not me. I missed the 3-a-day era.
You missed the 3-a-days?
God.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, twos.
2-a-days. We'd have 2 practices of full hitting, and then the third practice would be conditioning, right? So it was all.
It was like 6 weeks long, too.
Man.
I feel like.
Who put that tweet out the other night?
Oh, my goodness.
Somebody put a tweet out the other night, OG, that was like, I went to training camp for 6 weeks. We had 3 practices. It was like back in my day, uphill both ways. Right. It has changed immensely.
The physical presence.
All the money.
Yes. And you have to protect your guys, your assets. You got to protect your assets. The one thing that has to continue to improve, though, is the tackling, right? That's the one thing. If you're going to be physical defensively, we have to figure out a way to really get the ball carrier on the ground without putting yourself in jeopardy. So I think that's the next phase defensively, is to make sure we're tackling properly so we can continue to play that physical game. But after those guys are finished, they don't have the head trauma and things like that.
Speaking of head trauma, you guys used to do some wild stuff on tackling.
And now, hold up. What you mean, you guys?
You. But now I will say, we appreciate your era of football so much. None of this happens without you guys, and then obviously the guys that were before you. Football is beautiful. And what you guys did, I think Antonio Gates was a great way to describe it. He talked about the tight end position, how everybody says, who's the greatest? He's like, I took the baton and carried it to the next generation.
Right.
It feels like all of football is like that.
Pat, let me tell you something, man. I was in the perfect sweet spot, right? So I played against Joe Montana and those 49er teams, 88 and 89, when they were rolling, right? They had Jerry, Mike, they had all tremendous players. I ended my career playing against Tom Brady. So I have a window of looking at all these great players, and then I'm able to sit on the sideline and watch Mahomes. So I just kind of take it all in, and it's changed from era to era. But the one thing that remains constant is it's really all about the team.
Yes.
Right? There's no one individual that's going to be able to win by himself. It has to be a collective. And
Adam
that's the one
Vinatieri
thing
was able to do it. Adam Vinatieri was able to win all by himself.
Listen. Now, I was in that game, right? I started my career against the Bears in the playoffs.
Which game are you talking about?
Like, listen. The Fog Bowl. I was in the Fog Bowl in 88. And then ended my career at the Tuckaroo games, right? So,
wow, what a run.
And I'm not sure if you guys know, they call a timeout before the play, before the sack, right? And Brady comes over to the offensive coordinator, Charlie Weiss. I'm on the Patriots sideline, And I hear Charlie tell him, hey, we're going to go 3 by 1 and throw a slant the backside. They don't see me. I run back to the huddle, and I'm like, hey, man, listen. They're going 3 by 1. They're going to throw the slant backside. And I hope I'm on that slant side because I'm taking it to the house, right? And so we get the slant. My linebacker is William Thomas, great friend of mine. I tell him, Willie T, sit in the first window, and you're going to get a pick. If not, I'm going to get one. So Woodson comes off the side, sacks him. I run to the sideline, tell everybody the story, and then there's that pause.
Oh, no.
That pause. And that referee, whoever his name is, he goes to the sideline, and he's looking up and listening to this and that. I'm not sure what happens after that. Gets the call.
And now Raiders fans forever.
That's right.
The league's against us.
That's right.
And
They are.
Yeah, that's
They
real.
are, for sure.
And by the way, Adam Vinatieri misses that kick. We don't have the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
But Adam Vinatieri does what Adam Vinatieri
Yep.
does.
Yeah,
Walks
yeah.
out in the middle of hell and knocks that thing through just to make sure you understand. Diggs has the last question for you.
All right.
Yeah, Eric, you started your career with Buddy Ryan. You ended your career with John Gruden. Now you get to see Pete Carroll almost every single day.
Yeah.
Do you like when the head coach has a big personality, is a little feisty?
Yeah, I do. I think that bodes well, especially for our group being the Raiders. This is our 5th head coach in 5 years, right? But Pete's the kind of guy who can get it done. He has receipts that he's been there to the big games. When you go to Kansas City and you're playing the Chiefs, you're playing the Chargers, you're playing the Broncos, who have coaches who have been there and done that before consistently, you need to have a coach that has done the same thing. And I think him and Gino are going to bring a little more pepper to the Raiders.
Speaking of pepper, how's the speech?
It's good, man. It's good, man.
You feel good about it?
I do. I do feel good.
In the mirror, we've done it. In front of family, we've done it. Only to ourselves, we've done it. How much work?
You know what? When I'm sleeping at night, boom, I go over it. It's in there. The only thing is, guys on the teams are giving me calls late. You know, whoever they think is going to call late is going to get mentioned. But no, they're no. I keep looking at the Venmo. The Venmo's not getting bigger. So, you know what I'm saying? You're not getting mentioned if the Venmo account is not changed.
We can't wait to watch you be celebrated all weekend.
Yeah,
Congratulations. How about Canton, Ohio? These people
Oh,
are
man, it's been awesome, man. It's been awesome. There you go. See, look at that. Represent, baby. Yeah.
This guy's been drinking John Daly's all morning.
Yes, he has.
$5 John Daly's right now. That is what I've learned.
Eagles fan.
There you go.
And then the Philadelphia Eagles, John over here was chugging a
Oh,
beer.
yeah, with the cowboy guy right here. Yeah.
It's yours, buddy. It's yours.
Yeah.
Guy's going to get arrested at 3:30.
And on that note,
All right.
E-A-G-L-E-S,
Eagles.
couple Johns out here. The whole world's going to celebrate you. Congrats on being a Hall of
appreciate it,
Famer.
bro.
Thank you for coming by.
Man. Anytime.
Cheers, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer, Eric Allen. Congratulations.